G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're doing alright. It is the day after our 1-1 draw against Leicester City, and I don't know, the way things are going at the moment, I don't think I'm going to be watching an awful lot of YouTube this season, because well, as I said yesterday, the result was disappointing, there's no doubt about it, but I'm having a quick look around the place, and you'd think that we'd lost 5-0 or something like that, and I don't know, it does, I think it's probably a thing of my age, I find YouTube is a bit too fast moving and in your face sometimes. It's a bit eager it's almost desperate to grab your attention with being as, I don't know, loud and bombastic and controversial and clickbaity.
Red light camera ahead.
Red light camera ahead, apparently. I didn't switch my GPS off, and that's just not my pace, man. I'm hearing so many. People are just willing to almost throw Ange out already, aren't they? One game into the new season, barely over a year in the job, and the rationale seems to be, well, nothing has changed at Tottenham. Nothing has changed at Tottenham. We're never going to win anything with our current owners, so we might as well change the manager. And oh my lord, you know what? The owners ain't going anywhere unless someone puts a few £1 billion in their pockets. And I know the club isn't perfect, but I watch football for entertainment. I watch it to have a bit of a giggle, cheer the boys on, sometimes in the company of like-minded people, and enjoy the silly, pointless tribalism that is being a football fan. Now, some of the criticism I'm seeing is like that, we still can't score goals. We don't know if this is a pattern that's going to seep into the new look team or not. It's way too early to make assumptions like that. I find generally people making predictions, it's pretty easy. Look, I could sit here and say we're not going to win any trophies this year and Manchester City will win the league, and then at the end of the year I could say how clever I am. Now that might happen, I don't know, 99 years out of 100, but the only thing I'm interested in is that 1 year difference where Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team the world's ever seen, wins something, and hopefully wins the league this year. That's all I care about. So this isn't just a thing pointed at Spurs YouTube channels, this just seems to be football channels, people channels in general on YouTube. It's very easy to predict something that's likely to happen, isn't it? Where's the kudos in that? I'd rather predict us winning the league and be wrong every year, but then that 1 year I wouldn't even say that I was right. I don't care. I'm in it for the shits and giggles, man, Now, as far as our inability to score goals, it's a valid point, but it looked very different to me in the game against Leicester City than it did last year. Last year is more of a case of our wingers running out of ideas and then going round and round and round like that, the horseshoe football. And I didn't see any of that really. What I saw our problem is one too many passes in the box. Different problem. And that's why I said on my, I think I said it during my live stream that while I was doing a watch along, that I think this manifestation of this problem is a lot easier to solve, because we've got Dominic Solanke up in the box now, and we didn't have a proper centre forward last year. So I think, even though when you look perhaps maybe at statistics which don't tell you the full story, it might say to you that it was a very similar game to ones that we were having last year. With my eyes, and hey, it's just my opinion, I didn't see it being the same problem. Maybe it's spitting out the same bleeding, boring old numbers at the end of the day, but the causes of it looked very, very different to me. And I don't see that our and you know, these things spread. They spread like measles through the internet. As soon as a few people say it, it becomes the orthodox truth, and that is that we play too attacking football and we're going to get caught out, and you can't win games by outscoring the opponent. Who says so? Who are these experts that say these things? You know, I'm so bloody hoping that Ange does a good job, apart from the fact that it's my football team, but just to shut a hell of a lot of people up that I don't think actually remember or know much of the spirit of what football is and how it should be played, and about glory and about entertainment and about the human factor. You know, people have thrown away the fact that it's a human game away. All they're interested in is XG, GA, all these things. I don't care. I don't care to understand, and I never will understand, because to me they're completely irrelevant to football. Relevant to football. So, you know, it's very easy out there on YouTube to if you're a fan of a football club, to moan and whinge and say we ain't going to win anything, because that's more than likely what's going to happen. I don't, man. I scratch my head a bit sometimes. I take my hat off, I scratch my head and think, where is the joy in it for some of these people? Where is the joy and happiness in supporting a football team? I get it, look, when you have a string of bad results, I'm as pissed off as anyone, but it's the first game of the season. It's the first game of the season. We played pretty well. We didn't get the result, which was disappointing, but to say this is because we're playing kamikaze football, the goal didn't come from Leicester City's goal, didn't come from us being exploited because we're up the other end of the pitch. Yeah, it came from sloppy defending, but hey, you know what, man? That's football, folks. Most goals probably actually will come, if you look at them and analyse oh, that was a tricky one, analyse them hard enough. Most goals are through, I would suspect, a defensive cock-up. So you can look at any goal and say, oh, we need to improve this. Where do you think goals get scored in football? Do you think they're all like, you know, Pele? No, a lot of them are just because people arse it up and the ball bobbles in the back of the net. People ain't looking, because people haven't got eyes in the back of their head, for one thing. So I'm just glad, in a way, that the Leicester didn't score their goal from a set piece, because we'd be looking at that old boring box of chestnuts again, wouldn't we? So look, I'm calm. I mean, I'm going to enjoy this season. I think it's early days. We've got a new load of players to fit in. They've all got to adapt and become a bit more acclimatised to the Premier League. I think maybe Bergwijn might be one for that. He did get breezed off the ball a couple of times, but it's his first game, dude. I'm sure that's giving him a bit of a wake up call. I will be more robust in my approach to the game. So yeah, look, day after, world seems to have fallen in as usual. I'm just going to ignore it all. Looking forward to the next match against Everton. We didn't beat Leicester City 11-4. Maybe I'll come up with a silly prediction for what we'll play against Everton. It's always going to be daft, because I don't care. I'm just in it for the fun. Till next time, folks, peace and love, man, and come on you Spurs.